What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from the Ever Grain Brewing Company, and they're out of Camp Hill, Pennsylvania, and this is their Trace the Roots. So they're calling this one an IPA that comes in at 7.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs, listen, time of review. This can is approximately 5 weeks old. I want to give a huge thanks, shout out once again to a good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Justin, for hooking me up with this one. So big thanks to him. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer haul video I did that contains all the goodies he hooked me up with, and he gave me a case of beer, gave me a couple Ever Grain beers. And I've heard of Ever Grain because of their Sorbetto series, which is like a heavily fruited sour. Maybe it's not heavily fruited, but it's definitely a sour series of beers. And we actually just had some show up in the last couple weeks, but I've never seen any of their other beers here in the West New York area, so I'm really excited to give this one a go. Not a lot of information on this can at all, just a 7.5% at IPA. I checked their Instagram page and their website and stuff. I just found out when they released this one, which was like the end of September, but outside of that, no real information. I don't know the hops, I don't know any other ingredients. There's no canned on dates, so again, I had to look for that. I noticed a lot of that with the PA breweries. Is not a lot of canned on dates. Paul, PA Brew News, I know you're always angry about that. PA fresh, as he always says. So yeah, this is not just a regular IPA. This is a hazy. This is a New England style. But yeah, I'm really excited to give this one a go. Like I said, it's relatively fresh, at least I think it is, so that's cool. And that was another thing Justin said too. He's kind of, with Paul, he's like, you know, put some dates on the cans, guys. Just do it. Anyway, yeah, that has that milky, darker orange color. Yeah, super milky looking. Has about a finger of an off-white, almost eggshell white kind of head to it. Looks very creamy though. Yeah, plays the role of what I would say is a hazy IPA. Let's get a nose. Subdued. Wow, I thought it was just based on the look and the freshness, everything. I just thought it would like punch me in the face, but it's not. Getting a little bit of like passion fruit. Guava, passion fruit, like it almost has a slight tartness to it. Okay. Starts to open up more Tangelo. So grapefruit and tangerine, I'm definitely getting that juicy kind of aspect to it. A little bit of maybe peach and mango. But that passion fruit's still there. Maybe that guava. I don't know what hops. I wish I knew the hops, but maybe this is almost like a kind of like a whodunit / mystery beer, right? I don't know the hops in this one. Yeah, it smells very fruity, but it's subdued. It's like there's not a whole lot going on here outside of that fruitiness that's subdued. Like, I could sit here and bullshit you and be like, oh, I'm getting 7,000 different fruits like I do all the time, right? But it's just subdued. Doesn't smell bad, just wish it had a little bit more oomph to it. A little bit of like a grainy, crackery kind of malt sensation. And almost like a touch of vanilla, like there's lactose in here. As it kind of opens up in the glass. Getting a little bit more complex, but yeah, it doesn't smell bad at all. It just doesn't have a lot of aromatics, so to speak. Anyway, huge thanks to Justin for this one. Cheers, everyone. Okay, so flavor's a little better, for sure. Here's the thing. I'm always honest with my reviews. And even if somebody gives me a beer, I have to be honest. And Justin's like, yeah, man, just, you know, drink everything you want to drink and review. He's like, be honest about it. He's like, I just want to see what you think about some of my, local brews and things I can get my hands on. This is not bad in the least. So let me start off with that. This is not a bad beer. This is generic hazy number fucking 510,037. That's what this IPA is. It's generic hazy to me. The body, it's like medium touch over, appropriate. The mouthfeel, soft, it's smooth, it's creamy. Has like a lower moderate carbonation, so like on the lower side of a moderate carbonation. Body mouthfeel, exactly what you kind of want for a beer like this. But the flavor, again, it's 5 weeks old, so it's not, past its prime, or it shouldn't be. I've had a ton of hazy IPAs, 4 or 5 week range that are drinking. It's like they're prime drinking because, the first 2 or 3 weeks, sometimes you get the hop burn, because of just the sheer amount of, hops being used. And this doesn't have any hop burn, but it also doesn't have a ton of flavor. To me, it's very generic. And again, you could take that as in a negative way. I don't really mean that, because generic hazies are all right. I'll drink them. There's nothing wrong with them, but there's not a whole lot of flavor here. Front of the palate, that Tangelo. So we'll say tangerine and grapefruit. It's zesty, it's rindy, it's a little bit juicy, hits me right at the front of the palate. As it passes through, I get more of like a peach mango. That passion fruit guava I was getting in the nose really didn't carry over, but like we'll say more of like a peach and mango stone fruit vibe. Halfway to 2/3 of the way through the palate, I'm hit with this slightly dank and herbaceous kind of grassy green feel to it. And that's like the lingering bitterness on the palate. This is actually mildly bitter, or sorry, moderately bitter, like lower side of moderately bitter, just like the carbonation, right? Which I do enjoy because it makes it a little bit more drinkable. It finishes semi-dry, but it has a little bit more bitterness than your typical hazy. 7.5%, hides the alcohol pretty well. Again, positives, body mouthfeel, yeah, real solid. Hides the alcohol, for sure. You can't really detect any of that alcohol. A lot of times I'll get like a warm in the chest when it's almost 8%, not getting that. So again, body mouthfeel good, hides the alcohol. The taste though is, again, generic hazy number, insert whatever number. It's not bad, it's just not it's not setting itself apart from the crowd. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, this is a solid hazy. If this was on tap at their tap room and I was drinking it, I wouldn't be like super disappointed, but I wouldn't be super enthralled about it either. It's just a solid beer. Not more, not less. There's not a whole lot to say about this beer. It's solid, it's enjoyable, but, you know, I've had this beer, you know, hundreds of times already, and it's not, you know, impressing me, but again, nothing bad. So trace the roots from Ever Grain. I have no issues giving this one a very strict 3.75 out of 5. That's about the best I can do on this. And again, I'm being honest here. Yeah, I enjoy it, but 3.75 is the best I can give on it. Again, I'm pretty sure the freshness is around 5 weeks old. I'd assume Justin handled it well, and so did whoever bottle shop. I'll fucking hammer it off with 7.5%, didn't even drink half the thing. Yeah, anyway, I'm pretty sure it's handled properly. This is how the beer's supposed to be. It's not oxidized. There's no off flavors. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just generic hazy. Price point and availability. This is where I have no idea. So Justin, if you want to chime in, let me know what you paid for this one, or anybody in Pennsylvania that can get their hands on Ever Grain stuff, let me know. And availability, same thing. We've seen a couple cans of their sorbetto, I believe it's called. Couple different variants show up here in the Buffalo, New York area. Outside of that, I have not seen their stuff. I imagine this is PA mostly, but now maybe starting to get drips and drabs outside of the state. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of disappointed because I wanted to love this beer. I want to love every beer review. That's like kind of the whole point of drinking beer, is to really enjoy it. But I'm a little bit disappointed about this one, especially since I've heard decent things about Ever Grain over the past couple months, and it's a little bit of a bummer here. I do have one other beer from them he gave me, their Juicy Juice or something like that. It's another IPA. I think it's like one of their staples. Hopefully that one's a little bit better. But yeah, 3.75 out of 5. If you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. Huge thanks to Justin for this beer. Like I said, always got to be honest. And Justin was like, yeah, dude, just let me know what you think about it, good or bad. And in this one, again, not bad, just not what I was hoping for. Anyway, thanks again, Justin. Till the next one, everyone. Cheers.